TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the Morning News.
Good morning. It is 5 o'clock. Welcome in. Got Rachel and Ryan with you on this Thursday, January 8th. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us. A lot of big headlines to get to, but we do want to get you out the door. Kate is tracking everything you need to know. And are we going to have a clear day, rainy day? What's on tap for us?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. It's a little misty this morning, and then we'll see a little bit of sunshine later on today. Not for everyone, but at least it's the most we've seen in quite some time. So we'll take that. Here's what it looks like on the radar. It's not much. The rain is so fine and misty that even the radar is having a tough time really picking up on a lot of this. What's key here are the temperatures. Now, most of you are above freezing, but you have some spots like Cortland and Rome where you're right at that freezing mark. So just be careful when you are in some of these maybe colder pockets, higher elevations. You know, temperatures will be hovering around freezing. So just watch out for some maybe black ice and some icy spots. Yeah, it's a dreary, misty, kind of damp morning for us, but things are slowly improving. Highs near 40 today, and the farther west you go, the better shot you have at seeing some afternoon sunshine. Now, that is quickly replaced by more rain for tomorrow. I'll have all that for you with the timecast coming up.
Thank you so much. 8 days.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
Hey, morning everybody. We're looking live out over downtown Syracuse. We are socked into the clouds. We've been dealing with some mist, some drizzle, some fog, a lot of low-level moisture still going on. And actually, the snowpack is helping kind of fuel some of that this morning. 35 degrees, mostly cloudy at the Syracuse airport, which is great. We are above freezing. We like that because, well, when you have temperatures closer to 32 or below, and then you have that mist, you're dealing with some of that freezing drizzle and freezing fog. And so for some of you, please be careful about that potential as you go up in elevation. Camden's at 32, Mooresville, you've been sitting just above freezing. So just a heads up on that. And you can see on the radar, we are still dealing with some of this kind of mistiness, some drizzle, maybe even a little bit of some light snow flurries going on. So watching out for any iciness that may be on the ground. I know my street, my neighborhood street, it looked like it was sparkling because of any ice crystals that were trying to form within the pavement. So just be careful about that. Mostly cloudy, drizzly, dreary this morning, but it does get better. I'm not advertising a bright sunny day, but we finally have a chance at seeing some sunshine out there, and it's mild. Highs are up near 40 degrees for a lot of us, from Syracuse to the Finger Lakes. Upper 30s from Watertown to Rome for those highs today. Overnight temperatures staying at or above freezing for a lot of us. Even warmer for tomorrow because we're getting help from a really gusty wind. We have a couple of systems moving by, one tomorrow, another one on Saturday. It's going to make our weather a bit unsettled again. Highs up near 50. Rochester, they may get up to near 60 for tomorrow. But that comes with some rain, but the wind, this is what's really going to help send those temperatures up. Around noontime tomorrow, we have gusts exceeding 40 miles per hour for a lot of you. So another very blustery day coming at us tomorrow. On our timecast, we are socked into the clouds. We are going to gradually chip away at these. So you're going to need some patience. And for some of you, by the time you get some sun, well, it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and, well, the sun sets within 2 hours. So you don't have a long window to enjoy any sunshine, but at least we'll get a little bit and should make for actually a really pretty sunset for a lot of you for tonight. Those clouds are rolling back in here this evening, even some fog forming tomorrow morning, and then eventually some rain gets in here. We wake up tomorrow morning in the 40s with rain moving through. We've got a couple of cold fronts, one moving through lunchtime. That's when our wind really begins to pick up, seeing some of this rain. But luckily, we're not expecting a lot, not enough to cause too many flooding issues outside, maybe some ponding. It's just going to really contribute to more snow melt out there. Still going for temperatures, quite a range on Saturday, 30s, 40s, maybe even near 50, depending on where you are, but most of us dealing with rain. On the backside of that, a little bit of lake snow forming north of Syracuse on Sunday, a few lingering snow showers Monday, quiet Tuesday with a rain-snow mix possible on Wednesday.
Thank you, Kate. Right now it is 5:15.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Checking out the radar, still dealing with a little bit of some mist, some drizzle out there, even some patchy fog. So please be careful as you are heading out the door, as temperatures are really hovering around that freezing mark for a lot of you. But a mild day today after our dreary start to the day with some subtle improvements going on here. Highs up near 40, and we are expecting a little bit of sunshine to close out the day. Clouds are rolling back in overnight tomorrow. Warm and windy. Highs up near 50 for a lot of us. Very gusty winds right in the mid-afternoon, and coming with another round of some rain showers. We are dry today once we get past this morning, but here's our next system. We got a line of rain showers, some gusty winds midday tomorrow, and then we'll catch a little bit of a break Friday night, Saturday morning with another round of some rain and possibly wintry mix going on to the north and east on Saturday.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Thursday morning to you. Got a bit of a dreary view looking from our Cadley Skynet 9 camera in Oswego. Got a little bit of fog around again today. We are going to be sucked into the clouds and the dreariness, some mist out there, some fog. So just be careful as you are heading out the door. A lot of us are just above freezing, but we do have a couple of you that are getting closer to 32. It is 32 in Camden. So just watching out for any icing going on in some of these spots, because we're still dealing with this fine mist and drizzle this morning because we are seeing some of this low-level moisture. So just be careful about that. Even though it is kind of damp outside, it does get better. By the time you're coming home from school and work later on today, it's much drier. And for some of you, you'll get lucky and even see a little bit of sunshine. That's mostly for Syracuse and the Finger Lakes. If you are up in Watertown, Loudville, Rome, not only are you cooler in the upper 30s, it's going to be a lot harder to get rid of the clouds for you guys. And then those clouds come right back in overnight, lows staying in the 30s, and then a warmer day tomorrow. Due in part because of a very strong wind kicking in from the south. That's going to help get those highs to near 50 for Syracuse and Waterloo, 40s to the north and to the east, and that's out ahead of our next system that's also giving us very gusty winds midday. You can see at noontime we got gusts 30, 40 plus miles per hour for tomorrow. So just a heads up on that as well. So our timecast is showing that we are just sucked into these clouds. You need the patience today. All right. I know we were advertising some sun. I don't want to hear from you guys at noontime saying, where's the sun? Well, it's coming. OK, but it's also not for everyone. It's going to be all about location. The farther south and west you are, the better shot you're going to get at seeing the sun. If you were up to the north and east, you're probably not going to get in on any. And then once you do see the sun, you only have like an hour and a half to 2 hours to enjoy before the sun sets. Sunset tonight is at 4:47, but it should make for a really pretty sunset tonight with those clouds around. So get those cameras ready for that. We're keeping it dry until tomorrow morning. Then we have some rain trying to move in here early tomorrow, but it's really lunchtime that we have our best chance at some of this rain. Temperatures in the 40s to near 50 and very gusty winds when this is happening. One last push of showers during the evening commute for tomorrow, still gusty. And then we're left with another system. We got a couple of them moving by. One Friday, another one Saturday. This one also giving us some late day showers with a little bit of mixing to the north and to the east. Lingering lake effect snow showers on Sunday into Monday. Tuesday's quiet with the mix possible on Wednesday.
What turn the weather might take. Whether you're planning for a drive through one of our central New York winter storms, doing your best to beat the summer heat, or simply getting ahead for the weekend, Eyewitness Weather and the CNY homepage app have the tools and the talent you need to stay informed. Eyewitness Weather, local weather that matters.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
We have our sun coming up at 7:36. We're almost at that point where that sunrise is going to start to get a little bit earlier. But until then, it is a misty, foggy, dreary start to our day. A little bit better for your ride home. Some of you are going to get some sun. Sunset at 4:47. So have your sunglasses if your commute takes you westbound. And it's also a lot drier.
To SYR TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning and welcome in. It is 6 o'clock. You got Ryan and Rachel with you on this Thursday, January 8th. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, we are glad you are here. A busy morning, a lot of headlines to get to, but we do want to get you out the door. And Kate is tracking just another kind of day.
Yeah, so, well, especially this morning. You know, the second half of our day is not too shabby, but this morning we're still hanging on to the clouds, the dreariness, mistiness, and fog. So just a heads up there. Also, we've been keeping a close eye on the temperatures because that's really painting the better story here. Where you have temperatures right at that freezing mark, Rome and Hamilton, you'll have to really be careful of any freezing fog, maybe freezing drizzle outside, especially in any of these secondary surfaces. So just a heads up there. This morning, yeah, it's still damp. It's still kind of dreary out there, but it does get better this afternoon. Not only is it drier, it's a little warmer. Highs near 40 today, and a lot of us have a shot at seeing at least a window of an hour or so of some sun later on this afternoon.
To ice?
Know what turn the weather might take. Whether you're planning for a drive through one of our central New York winter storms, doing your best to beat the summer heat, or simply getting ahead for the weekend, Eyewitness Weather and the CNY homepage app have the tools and the talent you need to stay informed. Eyewitness Weather, local weather that matters.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good, dreary Thursday morning to you. The Cat V Skynet 9 camera in Oswego showing some areas of fog, some drizzle, some mist, 36 degrees right now. We want to keep that temperature above freezing, but for some of you, you were really, really close to, if not at that freezing mark. So watching out for a little bit of possibly some freezing fog or some freezing drizzle going on. But also we do have drops in visibility in some spots like in Cortland, Hamilton, and Skaneateles this morning. So just be careful as you are heading out the door. Yeah, it is a murky start to the day, but it gets better by this afternoon. At the bus stop this morning, we're still wet, we're still damp, we're still socked into the clouds. You need the patience today. The second half of our day, starting around 2 or 3 o'clock, then we'll notice the clouds kind of breaking up a little bit, seeing more of that blue sky, and we'll end the day for most of us with some sunshine, even if we only get it for about an hour before the sun sets later on today. And our temperatures a lot milder today too, with those highs up near 40 degrees. Quiet overnight, lows in the lower 30s, even warmer tomorrow though for a lot of us, mid-40s to near 50 degrees, but very, very windy tomorrow. We have our next system that's going to give us gusts 30, 40 plus miles per hour right in the middle part of the afternoon. So just a heads up there, maybe if it's garbage day for you tomorrow, just keep an eye on things if you still have stuff out in the afternoon. All right, your timecast is showing a lot of clouds. We are just sucked into it this morning. Then after lunchtime, things starting to look a little brighter. Here we are at 3 o'clock from Syracuse and the Finger Lakes. Not too shabby, but if you were waiting for the sun in Watertown, Loudville, Pulaski, and Rome, well, you're going to be waiting a few more days. I don't think you're really going to get much of any sun before that sun sets this evening. If so, it's going to be very minimal, but it also should make for a really pretty sunset for tonight. We'll keep it cloudy, a little foggy at times overnight, and then here comes our next system. We wake up tomorrow morning already in the 40s. It's already breezy too. The wind really picks up around noon, 1 o'clock with our first front coming through, and then the second one comes through tomorrow evening, giving each of us, each of those time frames, a little bit of rain. Not expecting a lot to cause flooding issues, but of course this will add to more snow melt, so we'll watch out for that. Saturday starts quiet. We got showers developing later in the day, maybe even some mixing going on to the north and east, followed by a little bit of lake effect forming behind that, mostly north of Syracuse. On Monday, a few lingering showers, and then for mid-next week, Tuesday was quiet, Wednesday, a little bit of rain, snow.
Okay.
I had to remember because it wasn't up there anymore.
So no
It's challenging the brain there.
Ryan will be trying to moon dance.
A moon dance, yeah, yeah. If you were with us yesterday, I said moon dance and a moon walk.
That's okay.
But I was talking about ice. You can do anything.
It's true.
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The musical, MJ the Musical, being in town, so we're asking another.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
For that morning drive, things are still pretty wet and damp and misty and foggy outside. We have some lower visibility. Temperatures for a lot of us are just above the freezing mark. But if you are in the higher elevations, just be mindful that there might be some icy patches. So after our dreary start to our day, not bad for your ride home. If you have a westbound commute, have your sunglasses ready to go. We'll have a chance at seeing breaks of sunshine later in the day. It may even only be for about an hour or so because sunset is at 4:47. Mostly cloudy, some fog tonight, warm, windy with rain showers again for tomorrow. Saturday, we have showers developing later in the day. Temperatures in the 30s and low 40s, depending on where you are. 30s with some snow showers possible on Sunday. Monday, we're looking at temperatures still on the cooler side, lower 30s. A few lingering snow showers quiet on Tuesday, and a bit of a rain-snow mix possible on Wednesday.
Okay. Well, if you were watching yesterday, you saw of removing nearly 300 windmills from the property. Now, you may remember it wasn't too long ago that we found out what it takes to take down a turbine here at home in Madison County. This was back in September when a wind farm demolished the turbines because they came to the end of their life cycle. I think it was about 20 years. So there they go.
We just love watching it go down ever so slowly. There she is. That's like the best part.
Yes.
It's like you're just waiting. You're like, okay.
You hear the pop and then it's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
well, welcome in. Hopefully you're not going this morning.
Yeah.
You're feeling good, getting out of bed, ready to go.
That's why we have coffee.
Yeah, it's 6:31.
Cheers.
And this, you're saying kind of a tale of 2 days, yeah? A little
Yeah,
bit?
starting off murky this morning, but ending on a brighter note. Okay, we got a little bit of sun
Silver
in
lining,
there.
Kate, there.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're still looking at today as kind of our pick day of the week. I know this morning is kind of like, ugh. I mean, look at that. This is Pompey-Cam. Still some snowpack on the ground. And actually, it's the snowpack that we still have that's helping feed our atmosphere with that moisture, which is why we're still keeping things foggy and misty. So eventually, drier air is going to win out today. So you'll notice a difference. Temperatures were just at or above freezing. Those temperatures are really, really key for you this morning because when you have a mist like this and temperatures at freezing, well, that could give you some issues on those windshields. So please be careful. Mild, quiet, even a little bit of sunshine for some of us later today.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Thursday to you. Live view right now from the Kathy Skynet 9 camera in Oswego. And it's another foggy start to our day. We are dealing with a lot of low-level moisture. The snowpack is actually helping with that, too. Our temperatures for a lot of us are above freezing, which is great because we still have some of that mist, some drizzle still coming down. So as long as we can stay above 32, we shouldn't have too much issues with any ice. But if you're in any of these little pockets where temperatures maybe tend to be colder or higher elevations, well, you just really want to be careful heading out the door. And also we're dealing with low visibility in a lot of locations like from Rome to Hamilton and Cortland. So watching out for that fog. It's because we've had that milder air coming in over the snowpack, and it is creating just kind of that murkiness as we are up and at 'em this morning. But things get better as the day goes on. You got to have some patience, okay? I don't want to hear from you at noontime. Kate, I thought you said it was going to be sunny. I don't see the sun yet. Wait until like 3 o'clock, and then you should be able to see a little bit of blue skies, especially the farther west you are. If you are in the Finger Lakes like Auburn, Waterloo, Penn Yan, Ithaca, I don't think you guys will have any trouble getting afternoon sun. A little bit of a 50-50 in Syracuse. If you're up from Watertown to Rome, it's going to be really tough to get the sun out in here, or at least before sunset tonight at 4:47. So just keep that in mind for today. But still, if you have a westbound commute, have your sunglasses ready to go. We got temperatures in the 30s overnight, even warmer tomorrow, and also very windy. Highs near 50, but that's ahead of our next system. We have wind gusts 30, 40-plus miles per hour right in the middle part of the day tomorrow. And that's with our next cold front swinging on through here. But this morning, again, we're dealing with the clouds. We're dealing with this low-level moisture. We slowly break it up. It's going to take a while, but after lunchtime, we'll notice improvement from west to east, although I do think there's going to be a lot of you east of Syracuse. It's going to be really tough to kind of break up these clouds a bit, but should make for a really pretty sunset tonight. The clouds are rolling right back in here, probably some fog too. And then for tomorrow morning, we have rain knocking on our doorstep. We got our first batch of rain moving through mid-morning through early afternoon, and then one more round for that evening commute. While that's all happening, it is cloudy, it's windy. Those wind gusts taking us up to near 50 for highs. We'll start off quiet on Saturday with some showers developing later in the day, followed by some light snow around here on Sunday into Monday morning. Tuesday's quiet and a bit of a mix on Wednesday.
Okay, the roller coaster. Here we go.
Your forecast.
Well, we are waking up kind of murky outside. A lot of us still dealing with some mist, some drizzle, some fog. A lot of clouds this morning, but it does get better later on today. Just need some patience, but we'll get there. A very dreary view looking at the port city in Oswego from our CAB-V Sky at 9 camera. It is 36 degrees outside, so that's key. We want temperatures above freezing this morning because when you still have that fine mist, you don't want that to freeze. And for some of you, maybe in the higher elevations, just keep an eye out for that. Hey, look at that, though. This afternoon, some of you get a little bit of sunshine. Just have some patience. You know, sunset is still before 5 p.m. this evening. So even though if we do get some sun, it's not going to be for too long out there. But take advantage of any little bit that you can get. We do have more rain returning tomorrow. It's also very mild, very windy. We have gusts over 40 miles per hour mid-afternoon tomorrow with some rain. We have more showers on Saturday with temperatures 30s and low 40s, followed by a little bit of lake effect on Sunday that we'll keep an eye on.
So the snow's going to melt, and then the wind will blow back your inflatable snowman that's been over with the neighbors, probably buried, back into the yard.
I gotta be like a golden retriever to dig them back out.
Yeah. So go put them away today.
Yeah, there you
the
go.
weather's decent.
All right, you can watch the latest news, weather, sports, and original programming at WSYR Plus. We'll see you there at 7 o'clock.